Andrea Solano, who's a Santa Cruz County health educator, and she's going to come and share some additional information. And here she is.
Thank you, Casey. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council and members of the public. My name is Andrea Silva Solano. I'm a health educator. I'm also the project director for the Tobacco Education and Prevention Program at the Health Department. So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak briefly on flavored tobacco. I also wanted to thank members in the audience for being here to be able to participate in this meeting today. I know that many of you made adjustments to your school and work schedule to be here, so thank you. I have a brief presentation. Yeah, I think it's up there. So flavored tobacco products, by now you've probably seen them at your local corner stores. Local corner stores, gas stations, vape shops are throughout the community, but it's pretty difficult to keep up with this rapidly growing market. So I'll get right to it. Yeah, I don't see it up here. In 2009, the FDA banned flavored cigarettes because they appeal to youth. But the ban did not apply to other tobacco products. So since then, we've seen an explosion in flavored products, including some of these on the screen. So little cigars, cigarrillos, smokeless tobacco, chewing tobacco, dip, snuff, snus, hookah, and electronic cigarettes, also known as vapes. These are the most popular by far are e-cigarettes. They're also called vapes. There are over 400 different brands of e-cigs on the market, including Blue, Soren, Crave, Pure Cigs, My Blue, and one of the most popular is Juul. So all these electronic cigarettes use something that's called e-liquid. There are e-juice. There are currently over 15,000 flavored e-juice varieties available in the U.S. Many people think that e-juice is just sugar and flavorings that create a harmless water vapor, but in reality, it's usually much more. So this is a list of some of the chemicals that have been found in the vape aerosol. Many of these are known carcinogens, causing serious illnesses such as heart disease, emphysema, and cancer. If you look at the list, it includes heavy metals such as nickel, tin, and lead. Propylene glycol is on this list. It's also found in antifreeze, acetone, which is commonly found in nail polish remover and paint thinner. Also, 75% of e-cig flavors include diacetyl, which is known to cause something that's called popcorn lung, or a form of lung cancer. Some of these on this list, like glycerin, are approved by the FDA, but for oral consumption to be processed through the digestive tract, not to be heated and inhaled through the respiratory tract. It's true that vapes don't have the tar or some of the other chemicals that are found in regular cigarettes, but much remains unknown about these, so it's really critical that we continue to monitor the potential health effects that they pose. Next slide, please. So flavors, why does it matter? Because research shows that flavors play a key role in the popularity of these products. A government study found that 81% of young people who have ever used tobacco started with a flavored product. Youth also cite flavors as a major reason for their current use of these products, stating that they use the product because they come in the flavors that they like. And also 75% of flavored product users would no longer use the product if it was not flavored. Across all tobacco products that I mentioned, the data is clear. Flavored tobacco products are overwhelmingly used by youth as a starter product, and the preference for flavors declines with age. I also have some preliminary data from the National Youth Tobacco Survey. The number of high school age students reporting use of e-cigarettes rose by more than 75% in just 1 year. So from 2017 to 2018, it went from approximately 11% to 20%. This survey also revealed that teens who have tried e-cigarettes are more than 8 times more likely to try traditional cigarettes. So the data that we're seeing and the results from this survey indicate that, in fact, more kids are trying these products and also moving on to try other products, including traditional cigarettes. Briefly, I wanted to share the results from a local data that was conducted in 2016 by the Tobacco Education Coalition called the Healthy Stores for a Healthy Community that was also administered statewide. It was initially administered in 2013 and then again in 2016, and there's a follow-up survey scheduled in the spring of 2019. Anyway, the survey revealed that there was an increase in availability of e-cigarettes locally from 34% in 2013 to 57% in 2016. And also that 63% of the stores sold flavored products and 60% of the stores near schools sold flavored products. So these results illustrate that growing availability of these products throughout our community, and it also reflects what's happening across the state. And as I mentioned, the coalition is planning on conducting a follow-up survey in the spring of 2019 and looking at those same stores. So we'll have data in the near future. And then lastly, I just wanted to share that to date, there are approximately 40 California jurisdictions that are currently have or are working on similar flavors restrictions. There are 18 currently have implemented, and they're in the process. They've adopted bans and then the process of implementing. So 18 jurisdictions listed here on the slide, and approximately 22 that are in the process of adopting something, including just last week in Alameda and last month in Beverly Hills. So that concludes some of the latest highlights and also what's happening across the state in response to this growing public health issue. Thank you.
Before you sit down, I just have a quick question. I saw you have 3 counties that are there: Yolo County, Contra Costa County, and Santa Clara County. Is this something that's under consideration here in Santa Cruz County?
Are you looking at the existing?
Those are that have taken action on the flavored tobacco restrictions.
What's the question?
There are 3 counties that have taken action on flavored tobacco restrictions. Is Santa Cruz County considering any sort of restrictions?
Absolutely. We're working with. We just could only do one at a time, but there is definitely interest and support from public health officials and at the county and other jurisdictions. The goal is to provide these types of protections equally across the county.
Thank you.
Just a quick follow-up. Just to clarify, currently working on policies means they're being written, and Santa Cruz County just isn't quite there yet, but will be on that currently working on list soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions?
That concludes our presentation.
Okay, thank you. I'll turn it over. I don't know if you wanted to take a lead or.
Well, I don't have any questions because I've had the honor of being able to work with many of the folks who've been involved in this effort. But I'm definitely interested in hearing from the community members that are here to speak to this item today, and happy to then revisit the item when we are at the point of taking action.